All right, guys, welcome back to the shop. I have a treat for you today. As we get into 2022, there's going to be a lot of uncertainty out there. And so when this group approached me about doing this video, I thought, why not? Because I could definitely use some of these products and I want to have them on hand. So I am going to give you a shill. But again, I don't normally do product reviews unless it's something that I truly believe in and I think everybody should have if I think it's something that is a necessary thing to have. So let's get started. Today's big shill, the thing that I couldn't turn down that I had to have, it's the Olight Odin GL M. This is the brand new long-range rifle light from Olight. They've been running a sale. It ends on the 16th. It was the 13th through the 16th, a big Christmas sale, everything 50% off or something like that. I'll post a link to the discounts below. Sometimes they extend those sales by a day or two, so if you're watching this after the 16th, you still might have a chance at it. But this is a brand new light, guys, and so chances are your wife has already done all the shopping for you. Chances are she didn't buy this since it's brand new from Olight. If you have a little bit of money left over, this is your opportunity to buy this for yourself. Now, at this point in time, as you guys can imagine, I have a lot of Olights. So at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you guys how I'm going to be giving some of these Olights away. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be really important. What makes this rifle light so awesome is that it's not just a long-range light, but it has a laser attached to it. Let's get into this thing. Olight always has really nice packaging. It kind of reminds me of Apple, the way they really care about their packaging. Little magnetic side here. All right. Oh, hold on. So there it is, guys. The Olight Odin GL M. Very nice little light. All right, so let's get into the benefits of the Olight Odin. This is brand new. You've got the laser setting, which is this laser. I've taken this outside and tested it. The laser just seems to go forever. It's basically your standard green laser that you see on a lot of products like this. But like I said, the laser seems to be infinite. Now you've got a laser and light option on this, and that allows you to turn on the flashlight with the laser. If you can see the laser in there, the flashlight's pretty bright. Hold on, let me put it on the lower setting. Yeah, the laser is actually right there in the center of the bright light. And then you could also just put it on light mode. So light mode, no laser. You could actually see up in there where the laser is located. So the Olight Odin comes with a remote switch. You could use the thumb switch if you really want to, but the remote switch is a fantastic switch. When you put the switch on, it attaches. You just kind of slide this forward and it locks it in place, so it won't come undone. And then you've got your low light on the switch, which it's on laser right now, so you could just do laser. If you have it turned on to light, you've got low light, and then you've got high light. Now, if you already have one of these Olight switches, you have to keep in mind that this new light requires a new style switch. So every single one of these lights that I've seen so far on their website comes with the switch. So that's how the switch works. Now let's talk about the mounting to your rifle. Now, this Olight is actually designed for an AR-15, but when I talk about the throw and the power of this thing, you might want to put it on a different rifle. So first, let's talk about the AR-15 mounting capabilities. It comes with a mount designed for your M-LOK Rail. And this mount is actually kind of an easy, quick release mount. Once you slide it into place, so if this was mounted on your M-LOK Rail, you just slide that light into place, it clicks into place, and it will be on there really strong. You've got a lock, so you can put that on, it's locked. To remove it, you move this to unlock, and then you would just simply push the button on this side and it slides off. You saw how that popped out. So really easy attachment for your M-LOK on your AR-15. Now, if you don't have an AR-15 and you wanted to use this light on a different type of rifle, this will actually unscrew, and then really any rifle light mount that you can fit over this will allow this to attach to your rifle. On the front end, you can adjust your laser. You've got a couple holes here. They come with the tool that you need, all tools included. And you can adjust your laser to your sight. So that's basically the gist of some of the main features of this light. Now, how far is the throw of this light? It goes up to 250 meters, which is over 700 feet. Brandon, we know you can't shoot that far, so you probably don't need this. Go with something cheaper. The light has 1500 max lumens and 300 low lumens. So at 1500 lumens, it'll last for about 2.5 minutes, which for a rifle light is pretty good. On the low light, 300 lumens, you've got about 20 minutes. And there's also, so this will, after 2.5 minutes, it'll go down to that 300 lumens. The low light is about 168 lumens. And the low light will last you roughly 6 hours and 30 minutes. So if you're using this as a flashlight and you just are using the low light, you've got about 6 hours of runtime on it. On the high light, again, 1500 lumens, you've got about 2.5 minutes, and then it's going to drop down to 300 lumens for about 20 minutes. On high, you've got up to a 215 meter throw. On low, you have a 95 meter throw. So Brandon, you could use this on low and you might be able to get it that far. As with most Olights, safe drop bounce is about 1.5 meters, and this is an IP4 water resistant flashlight. Let's take a look at this battery real quick, because that's something that a lot of people ask questions about. And the main thing people spend a lot of time asking questions about are the MAH. So MAH stands for milliper hour, which is 1/1000th of an amp hour. Here's the thing, I wouldn't worry about a lot of these numbers unless you're going to replace the battery and you're looking for a more powerful battery that you can get a longer lasting runtime with. The main thing is that that you should be looking at is your lumens and how long you have at each of those levels of those lumens before the battery cuts out on you. I mean, that's what's important. And milliper hours are going to depend on, you know, the number of lumens, a lot of different factors. So just read the stats on the back of the box, and that'll give you the hours and runtime. Everything you need to know is back there. Point is, it's got a powerful battery, and you can drop it. It's got a laser, it's got a flashlight, and you've got, again, the laser is kind of unlimited with this bad boy, but the throw of the light, you've got about 215 meters on. So that is good enough for most of us, except for you, Brandon. So Olight gave me a lot of toys to go over with you guys, but this one here, this is a pretty stout light. If you've got an AR or a rifle that you're looking for a new light for, this right here is probably one of the better lights that I've seen them create for that type of use. And like I said, it's got all the features that you could want on a good rifle light. I was actually going to get a mount for my 30-06. Why would you need something like that on 30-06? What I've decided is that Olight is trying to send me a message. That message is, Charlie, you need an AR. I'm going to find myself a nice AR and with an M-LOK and snazz it up. Now, if you guys haven't already done so for your handguns, this is the Olight Baldar Mini. This is for a smaller handgun. It basically, when your finger is on the trigger, you can turn it off and on just by pushing out on the switch. It is also has a built-in laser as well, and you can switch this between flashlight mode, flashlight and laser, and just laser mode. So these Baldar minis are really good for your handgun. The Odin, I mean, this right here is the perfect light combination. And again, I don't have a handgun currently set up to have a rail mount flashlight on it, but I'm going to install a rail on one of the older 9mm that we have, although both of these are really making me want to go and spend a little bit of money and have a cool setup, because now I've got, you know, I will be doing a more thorough review of this Olight Baldar once I have it mounted, to give you an idea of, you know, the rail quick release, how that works. I'll go through how to adjust the laser for your sights. We'll have a lot of fun with this light. We'll actually have a lot of fun with both of these lights. I mean, these are just fun lights. Okay, so what else did Olight send? Well, as you guys know, it is Christmas time. Christmas time is that most wonderful time of the year. And so they have this Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's type of package here. And inside, oh, if I can get these boxes open, Olight, jeez. So inside this magical holiday box, you have the O bulbs, the Olight bulbs. My son loves this. They sent us one that was like a blue spaceman, and he hasn't stopped playing with it. It's pretty much this, only blue. This is the red spaceman for Christmas. And it actually comes with a green Olight, so if you wanted the red and green colors. And then you've got the Santa one here, the fat man with the suit. And I didn't charge these, so it's not lighting up, but he'll glow a little bit. But that's the fat man one. So if you're looking for something that's a little holiday themed, these are great little stocking stuffers. Just take them out of the packaging, throw them in a stocking, and voila. Our family doesn't really do much with the fat man at Christmas time. We don't think Christmas is about him, so that's just kind of a nice little souvenir to have. But these little O-Buddies, so these will actually, you can charge through the O-Buddy, your Olight, or you can direct charge your Olight. And you can use this little O-Buddy, becomes kind of like an extended battery for your Olight, which is kind of genius. These Olights are great for camping. You can get little hooks that go on the bottom of these little magnetic hooks, and you can stick it to the top of your tent. My son took our hook. Great little holiday pack. And again, what I would do with a holiday pack like this is split it up, give it to multiple kids, because I'm cheap. Olight also sent us an orange O-Buddy. And my son loves these O-Buddies. These O-Buddies are basically, if you've got the O-Bulb, they basically, you can use it as a charging stand to charge your bulb, but it's also an extended battery pack for the bulb. And these are great for the kids. They love these. My 5-year-old plays with his for hours on end. If you did get the Christmas set, something that I think is fantastic about this bright orange is that you can get the green Olight. Now I'm from Florida. I grew up in Florida a little bit. Grew up in Miami. And so we used to go to Miami Hurricanes games when we were little. This is something that I would have loved to have back then, because you've got this bright orange color, and then now they've got these green colored Olight bulbs. Put that together, you got some Hurricanes colors. I like that. The last Hurricanes game I went to, it was years ago now, many, many years ago. I don't have a lot of time to watch football anymore, but I was there with a bunch of my buddies from Florida. They were all Gators fans, and Miami was playing the Gators. And I've just sheer luck, they actually won. It was the best day of my life. All right, this right here, some of you got, if you ordered off of their last sale, it's the I1R2 flashlight. This is what it looks like out of the box. This is a great little flashlight. It's a keychain flashlight. So if you need an EDC to put on your keychain, this is a great little tool. What's kind of cool about it is that it's a USB charging light. So once you unscrew it, you pop it out, and you've got a little USB plug right inside there so that you can charge it on a USB-C, sorry. They keep changing everything. Anyway, so that is one cool feature of it. It's kind of got a dimmer switch type scenario, so you screw it tighter, it gets brighter, softer, brighter, softer. And so it'll go up to about 180 lumens, and as you bring it down, it'll cut off right around 5 lumens, or it should. Oh, no, it's still on. See that? So 5 lumens is the low. So the IR2 is a great little compact, easy to carry Olight for your keychain. So another one of my favorite EDC lights of all time has been this one here. It's the i5T EOS. So the i5T EOS is a regular battery-powered flashlight. Some of you may already have this one. I carry this one everywhere with me, you can tell because of all the dings on it. And every time I do an Olight video, I can never find this flashlight because I'm just always losing it. It's a good size, fits in my pocket perfectly. It's got a C clip, so you can clip it on 2 different ways, whichever way works best for you. One of the things I like about this C-clip design is that you could actually utilize this as a headlamp. You can clip it backwards on the brim of your hat, and it works really well in that capacity. But this is an older model. It's battery powered. It doesn't have any fancy lithium battery in there. In fact, I think I have a Raybach in there. Make sure you put a good battery in these, because if you put a good battery in them, you could actually get a brighter light. But this, I thought, was the perfect EDC light. But just when I thought they couldn't get any better with a flashlight, they came out with this one. This one is the i5R EOS. So that one was the T, this one's the R. Now this is a pretty snazzy looking flashlight. I like the color of this one. And you can get this one in different colors as well, but this has kind of been like their hot selling color, so they sent it to me. It's got the gold clip, it's silver and red. It's really pretty. Okay, so what makes this flashlight really special and unique compared to this one is the fact that it has a rechargeable battery on the inside. That rechargeable battery charges with just a USB-C, and then that's got a regular USB on the other end, so you can plug it into wherever in your house, whatever. But it's got a USB-C plug for charging. And really all of the extra power that is in this brand new EDC light is in that battery. I'm going to show you something so that if you have one of these older ones that I probably have told you to buy before, you're not out of luck. See, so there we go. This is the high on the new flashlight with the rechargeable battery. This is the high on the old flashlight with a standard battery. And I'm not sure how old the standard battery is. It's the problem with standard batteries is you can't just charge them up at the end of the day. You leave them in there until they're dead, if you're like me. New light, old light. New light, old light. Now here's the thing. All you have to do is go to the Olight website and pick up a rechargeable battery and put it in your old EDC. And this is the 1420 that I'm using on this. Now, that's the bright setting, the high setting on the new light, and there's my old light. So it all has to do with the battery. That is the main functioning difference between these two lights, is that battery. I would suggest you just go, because the batteries are only about 20 bucks, 15, 20 bucks, depending on which battery you choose. You can get all sorts of different types of batteries. Just go onto their website, buy a battery, and voila, you have all the happy settings of the new EDC carry. But they're both basically the same exact light. This one just has a rechargeable battery, and you can buy the rechargeable battery for that light. So the new one, I do think, has some pretty colors to it. You can get it in black. If you really wanted just to go buy a new light, you could get it in these darker colors. A very nice light. If you don't have one of those EDCs, I would highly suggest you just go ahead and buy one with the rechargeable battery in it. I don't even know if they sell the older model anymore. But I mean, I've carried this around for years. You can see all the dings and nicks and scratches on this one from over the years. And I think everybody should have one of these. Okay, guys, I'm going to talk about headlamps for a second here because I have never, ever been a fan of headlamps. They've always annoyed me. This one in particular, this is the old Coleman headlamp that I've used. I don't even know where I changed the batteries on this thing. I guess you twist one of these ends or something, and yeah, it says battery on the end. But it's bulky, and all it does is create an ambient light in front of me. If I'm out walking in the woods, I can't see long distances. I don't like that headlamp. This one is, what is this, the Pets headlamps? This one actually gave me a little bit more hope with a headlamp. For a couple of reasons. Number one, it's got a sensor on it, so it knows when you walk into a room and it turns the light off. It's got your ambient light on the outside here. What I liked about this light is that it actually has a spotlight in the center. So if you need to see a little further, a little longer distance, you can use the spotlight function and it gives you a little more distance. But it doesn't give you a great amount of distance. Both of these headlamps are battery powered, and they're both cheaply made. There's nothing special about them. I end up not wearing these or using them. I feel like they're more cumbersome than they are useful. Then comes along the Olight Array 2S or S2. This is a fantastic headlamp. This headlamp comes with several different functions. You've got a red infrared light. The infrared option has 200 lumens on high, and then it goes down to 100 lumens on medium and 40 lumens on low. It's also got just your standard ambient light. And this is probably what most of you headlamp wearers use the most because that's what you're used to on your standard headlamp. This is not a standard headlamp, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But this light here, you can... it's too bright. Okay. This headlamp here has 500 lumens on high, and it drops to 250, and I believe it drops all the way down to 30 lumens on low. So it has a lot of lumens for an ambient light. At 500 lumens, you could see a lot of things around you. A lot of my EDCs are about, at 1250 lumens or 1200 lumens, but this one is about 500 lumens, about half that. A pretty good amount of lumens. What I like about this headlamp is that it has a third light setting, and that third light setting is actually a spotlight. Now you'll notice that I don't have the spotlight on now. This is the spotlight. To turn the spotlight on, all I have to do is wave my hand in front of the light, and it magically makes the headlight, the spotlight turn off and on. Pretty cool, huh? That is a cool feature. Now the spotlight is 1000 lumens on high, 500 on medium, and 100 lumens on low. With these lights, you could also use the hand motion in an up and down way to change the brightness of the light, which is a pretty cool feature. Now, I have become a very big fan of this light. It actually it feels a little bulkier in your hands than some of the other lights that I've mentioned to you. However, I don't really notice that when it's on my head. The strap is a pretty tight, comfortable fitting strap. I've used this while I've been working on cars at nighttime. I've used it feeding. It's actually become my go-to flashlight when I go out to take care of animals in the evening. And I like it because I can keep my hands free, which is the point of a headlamp. But if I need to, I could turn on that spotlight. I've got like a 140 meter throw with that 1000 lumen spotlight. So I can see a pretty good distance. If there's anything out there at night, I could see it. And yes, I'm afraid of the dark, so I need something like this. So this is the Olight Array 2S, and it's got a built-in battery, USB-C powered battery, so you just plug in your USB-C to charge it up, and it is fantastic. It has returned my hopefulness for headlamps. Anybody who wants these is welcome to them because I don't mess with stuff like that anymore. So I have been reading a bushcraft book. I think everybody should have this bushcraft book because it teaches you a lot of valuable things. And what I've been curious about is having a really good bug out bag setup. You know, the backpack, the haversack, and of course, the fanny pack. Us old guys really like fanny packs. They're back in style. So Olight has come out with this new Olight brand of products. They make knives, they make bags, they're making all sorts of stuff now. So you can get some new products from Olight. If you go to their website, they've got all sorts of new stuff that they've been rolling out. These bags are fantastic bags for the bushcraft book that I've been reading. And the reason why I think that they're fantastic is because they've got all sorts of pockets on the inside and lots of weaving to kind of stick things into. You can stick your EDC flashlights in there. It'll actually fit an Olight Warrior X Pro. It'll fit every different size flashlight you want to fit in there. So if it's flashlights, I actually have a pocket knife in there. I've stuck some charging cords in there. I've got some tools. I've got a gun mount in there. I haven't upfitted this bag the way that I would actually use it. I do have a little survival tool in there that has a fire starter flint and stuff on that. But, ooh, need some oil. But I will set up this bag for you guys as a survival kit because I think that's what it's a perfect use for. It's made out of nylon. I would love to have like a canvas bag, and actually the book calls for a leather pouch. But the nylon will do, and for me it was free because I'm reviewing it for you. But this really is a perfect little fanny pack bag. So it can clip onto your belt. You can either slide it into your belt or you can just clip it on. And I like that feature because you could also clip this onto a backpack, on the outside of a backpack. It's got webbing on the exterior as well as this little bungee on the front. So you can attach other things to your fanny pack, and it's got a handle so you can carry it around. I mean, it is just a very simple yet effective, useful design. So all you old guys out there, you now have the perfect little fanny pack. You could take it on your family vacation, put a little camera in there, whatever it is you want to do with it. I'm going to use this to turn it into a fanny pack for bushcraft survival type stuff. And I'll do a video on that once I get this thing set up. We'll call it like the perfect fanny pack. The perfect fanny pack video for fanny pack lovers. Since we're on the subject of flashlights, you've seen me boast about this Warrior X Pro over the years, and I love this flashlight. It has a super long throw. I use a gun mount, just their standard gun mount from Olight, to mount this on the end of my 22 so I can take care of any coyotes at nighttime. And I mean, this thing blasts across the field. It has a very, very long throw. And it has a lot of lumens. It's a very powerful light. But one of the lights that I have never reviewed, that was sent to me to review and I never got around to reviewing, is the Warrior Mini 2 flashlight. This is actually a pretty awesome little flashlight. For a while, I had a through night about this size that was my favorite flashlight, and this one quickly replaced it. I put both of these out for my kids and my family to use when they're doing nightly chores. Everybody grabs this flashlight. First of all, it comes with this little stretchy cord and a clip at the end, which is kind of nice to have depending on what you're going to do with it. I don't know. I'm not you. I don't know what you would clip it to. I don't know. To be honest with you, I put the cord on there for the kids to make it easy for them to carry. Okay, so the Warrior Mini 2 has a moonlight setting. This is one of my favorite settings. You see how dim that light is. If you're out working on something you don't want to be seen, but you need to have a little bit of light, this is a very low lumens light. It doesn't travel very far. It's a fantastic light, and in my opinion, an essential function on an EDC. Now, this is a little bit bigger than your standard EDC, so I use this when I'm camping. I use it with my family when we're traveling. I throw it in my backpack. It's become my all-around light, just not the one I carry in my pocket. The one I carry in my pocket is the i5. This is the one that I carry with me in my pocket. Great flashlight. So on your regular settings, you've got a high, medium, and low, and you just control that. You push this front button, and it'll go high, medium, low. Pretty simple to use. Now, you'd also have an ultra high, and that's where you get your most powerful lumens, and this is a bright light. It's got a really nice throw. I can see when I'm walking outside, I can see all the way to the tree line. Not through my pasture, but I can see through the tree lines all the way around the house. So it's a pretty bright flashlight. I don't really need anything more than this walking around our house. It also has the thumb switch on the back, which automatically goes to the highest, the ultra bright setting. And if you had this mounted to a gun, obviously you would be able to use one of your switches, one of your Olight, the standard Olight gun switches, to turn this off and on. And I actually use a Olight, just the standard mount, the same one that I would use for the Warrior X Pro on our rifle. And I attach this to our shotgun, our 12 gauge, because I don't have quite the throw, but I've got a really bright, I can light up the area. I can see really well. If I was trying to blind somebody, it's very blinding. Has everything you need. So this is a fantastic Olight. This is one that I probably use the most outside of my EDC. Okay guys, I think I've gone through all the flashlights that I have available to me at the moment to go through. Now, I mentioned that I was going to be giving away some of these lights, and I do have a lot of lights. I'm definitely not going to be getting rid of these. In fact, I think all of you guys should go out and buy one right now. If you've got a handgun, get the Baldar Mini. It's a beautiful light. The laser on it is superb. But guys, I know your wife hasn't gotten you this for Christmas because it is brand new. But I think everybody should have this type of stuff and really get yourself equipped for 2022. All right, so the i1R2 Pro. This one I'm actually going to be giving to my daughter. Why? Because every dad wants their daughter to have a light on their keyring so that as they're walking to their car at night, they can safely see what's around the car. And this is the perfect light for that. It's small, it's compact, it's not going to take up a lot of room on her keychain. And I think that she would definitely make a lot of use out of this light. So this one is going to Kaya. The i5R EOS, obviously I don't need this light because I have the T. So, and all I need for this is a new battery. So this one, I am going to give to my wife. It is a very pretty light with its pretty little colors for a very pretty lady. So I think that she will make a lot of use out of this. We do live on a farm, and she has to go outside at night as often as I do or anybody else. It has a great throw on it. So living out on a property like this where you need to be able to see longer distances, this is going to give her a longer throw, a brighter light, and it's rechargeable. She likes rechargeable things. My wife is not wasteful. So this is the perfect stocking stuffer for my wife. My 5-year-old Abner really liked the blue O-Buddy that I got him before, or that I gave him before. He already has the bulb. He has a body. He likes to change things out. He likes to change things up. So what I've decided to do is give him the orange O-Buddy body so that he could have a second body for his O-Buddy bulb. And again, it's a perfect little stocking stuffer size. You can just slide it right in the stocking. And I think that he'll have fun changing out the heads, changing out the bodies. He's, eventually going to ask for another bulb, but I'm just giving him this for now. And I think that's a perfect little stocking stuffer. It's only $7 or $8 for a little kid. Perfect. If you don't have the bulb is, roughly $20. Oh, buddy, Fat Man. What am I going to do with the Fat Man? We don't celebrate the Fat Man in our house. We celebrate Christmas for different reasons other than the Fat Man. So what I'm going to do, my oldest son, he did grow up having some traditions with the Fat Man. I'm going to let him have the Fat Man. And this one here, these Olights are very useful for reading, for doing all sorts of stuff. I think that he'll find some uses. He also likes camping, so maybe we'll get him a clip and he can use that on the top of his tent. He got a tent last Christmas. This year he's getting an Olight bulb with a Fat Man on top. And I'm going to give him the red body because here's the deal. I want one of these O bulbs for myself so that I can use it camping. I could use it working. They're pretty simple bulbs. They create a nice ambient light. So I'm going to keep the green bulb because I like green. Green's a nice color, especially if you're kind of outdoorsy. And I'm just going to give him the red body with the Fat Man, and he could have a Fat Santa O-Buddy. So that's all I have for you guys. All of these lights that I've shown to you today are on sale for today only, guaranteed. They might continue the sale into the 17th. Sometimes I do. I try and let you guys know whenever there's a sale. I'm a little behind this time. That's because some of these lights didn't get here until the last minute. So I've had just enough time to kind of review all this stuff they sent me and put this together and get it out there to you. But guys, you don't have to worry about this one. If you order one for yourselves, it's brand new. Wife probably hasn't ordered it for you yet. And I'm sure you're going to get some extra cash or something from somebody for Christmas. Just go ahead and take advantage of the sale while they're on sale. Because otherwise, Olights can be a bit pricey, but the construction and quality of these things is superior to any other light. Take advantage of the sale today, guys. I'll post a link below. And I hope you have a great weekend. Whenever you see this video, whatever time of the day or what day of the week it is, I hope you have a good one.